Hello everyone and welcome back to A Purposeful Pursuit. We are so happy to have you here.
Yes.
I'm Crystal Jones and this is my amazing husband,
Ricky Jones Jr.
Every time. So you guys, I'm excited because I love Q&A Sunday.
We love Q&A.
We love Q&A Sunday. It's an awesome time for us to get to answer questions that you all have about relationships.
Yes.
So don't forget, if you have a relationship question, send it to us at mystilettomile@gmail.com. Let's jump into today's question. So today's question is actually, I would say it's not like a hard one.
Okay.
But so in one of the videos that I actually did with Gamage,
okay.
you know Gamage,
Mm-hmm,
one of the things that we were talking about is shooting your shot. And so this question is derived from that video.
Mm-hmm.
How do you advise shooting your shot as a woman? Aren't we supposed to be pursued or wait for the guy to initiate?
Okay.
So, what are your thoughts on, one, I guess, women shooting their shot in general, and two, if you are in agreement with that or whatever, what would you suggest concerning going about doing that?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's okay for women to shoot their shot. I truly do. I mean, because it allows for not just leveling the playing field, but it allows too for the male to know that there's interest, because just as she's inquisitive, he's probably trying to figure out if there's a he in the scenario, but the male is always trying to figure out whether or not the female is interested in him. However, if she's shooting her shot, that part is done, and he can have the confidence to be all that he can be and not have to focus on whether or not she's into him. So go for it. I'm gonna say yes. Now, I'm of the thought process, which we will talk about, of that the woman in shooting her shot should be subtle hints of interest, as opposed to a male like going all in and doing whatever he does and whatnot, but subtle hints.
Okay. I don't disagree with any of that.
Oh.
So I feel like I heard two questions in this question. One,
is it okay?
Is it okay to shoot your shot? How do you do that?
Yeah.
And then you said, is the man supposed to pursue the woman? Like, what's up with that? So, I got a couple thoughts, answers, things for this question. So one, like Ricky, I feel like it's fine to shoot your shot.
Yeah.
Like, listen, shoot your shot. Like Ricky said, you don't know if a guy may be interested in you, but maybe he's a really shy person or whatever the case may be. And so he just doesn't even know how to approach you, or he don't want to get turned down or whatever the case may be. So I think there's nothing wrong with showing that interest. So the other thing I agree with Ricky said, you don't have to be so out and boisterous about it. There's a lot of ways to shoot your shot without, doing the most. I am queen of that. I got him doing that. So for those of you who have watched my How I Really Got a Husband video, if you haven't, make sure you go back and check that out. But one of the things that I strongly suggest is what I call the walk by. The walk by is when you walk by to see if they hit that look back, because you want to know, okay, does this person find me attractive? If I'm passing by, and you're gonna see, when you look back, are they also looking back, or did they just keep on walking down the road? So that's one very subtle way to just even see if they may have any interest.
And that's for the girl, just to give her the confidence.
Well, I would say that's for the girl to gauge whether or not she's even piquing his interest at all.
Okay.
Like, if you walk by and he responds in no way, like he don't look, he's still just eating his salad or whatever it is he was doing prior to you walking by, it's just a gauge. And then this is the thing though, you can walk by up to 3 times. So you walk by, maybe he was really busy and he didn't see you the first time. For whatever reason, he didn't see you the first time. So you walk by again. And then if he still doesn't look, it might just be that's, you're not what he's looking for at this time. I wouldn't suggest going further, but again, you can walk by up to 3 times. So that is one of the things that I employ. I feel like a subtle thing, just to see if, you catch their attention by walking by. And this is a very easy way to Engage without engaging. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you did the walk by on me?
Yes.
What was the first time you did the
What?
walk
You
by?
so look.
No, what was the first time?
When we had orientation.
Oh, that's what that was. That's funny when you think back.
He checked your girl out. He was looking. He thought it was cute. So, yes, the walk by, and again, the walk by.
I remember the outfit. But go ahead.
Listen, because when you
the walk by is real.
When you're planning, he remembers the outfit. We got married 7 years ago. Listen, when you're planning a walk by, don't plan a walk by bust down. You got to make sure you look nice. You want to make sure it's something, worth seeing. You know what I mean? So the walk by is a really great way just to, like I said, see if you guys are both, visually appealing to each other or whatever the case may be. So the walk by is one really good way. Another subtle way that I would say is just kind of to engage in conversation. Finding a way to engage in conversation. So, what do you like to eat for lunch? What do you like to eat around here for lunch? Oh man, I don't know what I'm gonna eat today for lunch. Those are questions that you can ask, maybe, especially if you're maybe in like a work environment or something and you don't wanna cross certain lines without knowing, what can happen. See how they engage in casual interaction. Oh, so, have you seen any movies lately? What are you watching on Netflix? Like, finding ways to engage in casual conversation. And even conversations like that could be done in person or via, the DM. You could, Facebook, Instagram, all that. You could go into the DM. Just, hey, I'm looking for a new Netflix show. Do you have any suggestions? One, they're obviously going to initially be thinking, why are you asking me this in my DM? So if they even respond to that, that might be a good sign. Now, if they don't respond, it's not like he was like, hey, I really like you. Could you message me? It's just like oh no, I just hit him up, ask him about Netflix suggestions. He never said anything, so, whatever. And you're not putting yourself out there to that extent. So I would say the best way to initiate is to, obviously walk by, but then also find ways to engage in very casual conversation. And the more that he pulls into that conversation, the more then you can, start flirting a little or whatever, that kind of stuff. But you're just wanting to engage to see how are they going to respond.
Which is so true. And I think one of the key parts of what you're saying that I want to make sure is clear is that you're simply asking for his interest. Or you're asking for her interest. What are you interested in the various questions that you're asking? Because we all have interests. And so that's a good way to break the ice. So, now I love that. Now, I do have a question. I
have a third part of this answer too.
Okay. But it flows with where you were on the second part. Okay. Can males do a walk by? Is it effective engaging whether or not she's interested?
Yes. Okay. A male can do a walk by. Listen. Just like men, don't believe a lie. Sometimes people like to make it seem like, oh, girls, they don't care what you look like and whatever type of stuff. No. Girls are looking just like guys are looking. That's how I knew to do the walk by on you. Because I seen you and I thought you was attractive. Okay. So I was like, I'm going to walk by him.
I walk by the walk buyer. Oh, didn't even know. When you just walking, you know what I'm saying?
Look.
But no, that's cool. I dig that.
No, that's a really great way. Because sometimes, too, people are really, they can be downright rude. Honestly, they can be really rude when you try to approach them and stuff like that. So even for guys, I would say a walk by is a great tactic. Casual conversation is a great tactic, especially for women. Because if women are not attracted to you and you're trying to engage in casual conversation, so what are you watching on Netflix? They're totally gonna ignore you. Like, they will go super ghost mode if they're not interested because they don't want to deal with you thinking that they like them if you don't. So again, but that's a really casual conversation, and so they can't, blast you anywhere. Right. Oh yeah, he hit me up like, what do you like to watch on Netflix? I mean, did you answer? No. It's not any boasting point. You can't be put to shame or blasted or whatever. So I definitely suggest both of those, even for the guy. So the third part of this question, you asked, shouldn't the guy pursue the woman?
Okay.
So,
I missed that part.
I have thoughts on this.
Okay.
So, as far as once you're in a relationship with someone, or once you guys have gotten to a point where you're like, okay, we're seeing about where this is going, I think there should be mutual pursuit. Personally, I don't feel like it's the responsibility of the male to show that they are interested in being in this relationship alone. The woman should also be doing things to show that they're interested in this relationship. I'm not saying you have to go buy him flowers or whatever other type of stuff, but there should be things that the woman is doing to show, yes, I am interested in being in this relationship. This relationship matters to me, and there should be things that are reciprocated to show that there is that mutual interest. I know sometimes there's that hard to get things, so people ignoring phone calls and all these other games. All these other games that people play. Guys are walking away because they can't tell that you actually like them.
Right.
Because you're not doing anything to pursue the relationship.
As he is.
Right. And so he's busting out all the stops, taking you on all the dates, he buying you all the flowers, doing all of this stuff. You can send a card. You can get him a card. There's nothing wrong with getting him a card and saying, hey, I really appreciate the person you are in my life. That's not this big elaborate gesture, but it is a sign that you are also in pursuit of this relationship. And so I personally believe there should be pursuit on both sides.
And I think it's good. And even I would say, because obviously I like the subtle ways, but emojis goes a long way.
Yes.
Emojis goes along. Like, throw them out there every now and then. Throw them with the eyes and the hearts and all those different things. Like, do what you got to do. Like, I agree. I think it is mutual. It allows for comfortability within conversations and growth of a relationship, because the guy as a guy knows, oh, she is interested in who I am and what we could be. So let me get past the thought that I have to, what's the word where like you appeal to somebody or you try to like earn, but like it's like that word where you're trying to like show yourself great so that they like you. Impress. Boom. You're trying to impress her. Like, that can go but for so long. Like,
right. And then
that's a rat race.
I would say even too, a lot of times people end up in bad places in relationship because the guy does do so much trying to impress a woman
that you think that's the standard.
You think that's the standard. You think they have $300 to spend on every dinner, and then you guys get married or something and you're like, well, where's all the money? Well, I spent it while we were dating.
Correct.
Or, they can't keep up with some of you sending flowers every single day trying to impress her. Like, and you can't do that. It's not sustainable.
And she probably didn't even care, right? She already knew she liked you. He was trying to do it because he thought he was trying to win you over. But to your advice, no. Let's come together and be mutual in our expression of our interests.
Right.
Period.
I know for sure, Ricky, this would not have worked if I had been trying to play some type of games where it's like, oh, I'm not gonna answer the phone. I'm gonna wait 2 days and then I'm gonna call him back. Oh, I'm gonna, do whatever random, things that women do to try to make it seem like they're not interested, even though they are interested.
Right.
My suggestion would be, let's just try honesty. Let's be adults and just try honesty. If you like the person, just be clear. Just be clear on both sides. So again, that was to answer the pursuit part. I again personally believe there should be an equal mutual level of pursuit. Don't go doing all kind of stuff. They're saying they like you, so they get you, a frappuccino from the local coffee place, and you're like, I like you too, I'm gonna book a trip. Like, okay. There should be an equal level. Like, you guys should be on the same page, leveling together. So even then, that helps you to not feel like you're over investing in situations too soon and stuff like that. Look at how this person is investing. Look at where they're at in their pursuit. And you guys should just be matching it. And you should be having conversations that let you know where you are in that.
So very true. And stay on your level.
Yeah.
As far as you're giving.
Yeah.
As far as you're doing.
Yes.
Because whatever you do in the beginning, men, this is for you. Whatever you do in the beginning, you should be able to keep it consistent throughout.
Yes.
That's it.
That's it. So I hope that we answered your question. I feel like we answered it probably very much in depth, more in depth than you were anticipating probably. But
be confident.
Be confident.
Go for it. Let them know.
Shoot your shot.
Walk by. That's good, because now that she says it, it worked. Even though I wasn't even looking for a relationship at that moment, like I really wasn't. But she walked by. I remembered her. That's pretty good.
He remember that. So make sure you check out that video, How I Really Got a Husband. Make sure you check that video out. Guys, you looking for a wife, you can check that video out too, because obviously you can see these tips could go both ways. Make it walk by too. But
and she had burgundy hair.
Listen.
Burgundy purse, blue jeans, and a jacket. I ain't even make it to her shoes. Cause I tell what I was looking at.
Lord help. Lord help. He is not encouraging lust, y'all. That's not what he is.
No, I'm just saying the power of the walk by.
Yeah.
It worked.
Because I do believe you need to be attracted to the person that you marry. And so one of my things is, are you attracted to me? I'm a no, because if I walk by you don't flinch, you don't look, nothing. Especially if I have to walk by multiple times, like, you're not really. They looking at somebody when they walk by.
This is true. It's just not true.
They looking at, and if it's not me, that's fine.
Right.
But
Amen.
That's a good gauge. So
that's cool.
Yeah, engage in some walk-bys, engage in some casual conversations, whether in person, whether online. These are great ways to shoot your shot, whether you are male or female, and to do it in a way where you won't, feel overly rejected or something like that if the person doesn't reciprocate. But always remembering, like I've said many times, rejection is not a sign of your value. It's okay for someone to not want to be with you. That is not a reflection of your value or who you are. It's just a sign this is not the person that you're meant to be with.
Correct.
Because the person God has for you will see your value.
Beautiful.
So thank you guys so much for joining us for this Sunday's Q&A. Don't forget, ask your questions. We love getting these relationship questions. We love being here to help you all. If you love getting relationship advice, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and join our channel and join the Purposeful Pursuit, you guys.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
Some people may not be into email. Is there a way on Instagram they can reach you?
Yes, there is a way that you can reach me on Instagram, A Purposeful Pursuit.
Boom. It'll be in the description.
Yes. So all these things in the description, in the comments, so you can find us there. And until next time.